So you had a bipartisan plan to secure the border, negotiated by one of the most conservative senators in the United States Senate, supported by Republicans and Democrats, on its way to passage to secure the border, doing everything. And what happened?
So I was not privy to any secret phone calls, but as I understand it, candidate Trump asked both publicly but also mostly privately to delay that and to not have a vote on that bill so that it could preserve a political talking point for him.
That's exactly right. President Trump wanted to have a problem he could campaign on instead of having us do everything that we can to keep the American people safe. That is putting politics ahead of what is good for the country. That is putting partisanship ahead of keeping the American people safe, and it is despicable. And it wasn't just President Trump. It was his allies as well. I want to read a quote from Senator Langford, the Republican senator from Oklahoma, who said, quote, "A popular commentator threatened to destroy me if I negotiated the deal during the presidential election year, regardless of what was in it." So even if you disagreed with some of the things that were in that bipartisan plan, what Senator Langford was being told was, it doesn't even matter what's in the bill, kill it. The commentator said to Senator Langford, quote, this is from the senator, "I will do whatever I can to destroy you because I do not want you to solve this during the presidential election." I mean, my God. What are the American people supposed to make of that? The American people want us working together in a bipartisan way. They tried to do that in the Senate. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris tried to work with Senator Langford and other Republicans and Democrats to come up with a plan to secure the border. That's very different from what's been happening in this chamber. In this chamber, when our House Republican colleagues came out with their border bill, they didn't accept a single Democratic amendment. They dropped the language of the bill the night before the markup. They didn't take a single Democratic amendment in committee or on the floor. They passed a bad bill that had all kinds of things in it that didn't have anything to do with securing the border, things to ban electric vehicles at federal sites and deny funding to nonprofit organizations unless they conducted citizenship tests to people that they were serving, like crazy stuff. Rather than working together across the aisle on a real bipartisan plan like they did in the Senate, like the Biden-Harris administration tried to do before President Trump came in and killed it. So understand what's happening here. There are people in this Congress who are serious about solving the crisis at the border, who are serious about governing, and unfortunately there are others who just take their marching orders from Donald Trump and put his political interests ahead of what is good for the country. And with that, I'll yield back.